I never imagined that the woman I vowed to spend my life with, the one whose laugh once felt like home, whose presence I believed would be the constant beside me in old age, would one day look me in the eye and calmly declare, "I deserve to explore other relationships." There was no tension in the air, no raised voices, no dramatic confessions. Just a quiet Saturday morning. The kind we'd shared 100 times. The scent of warm pancakes mingled with the soft hiss of the coffee maker. I was halfway through my first mug when Clara spoke those words. Softly, clearly, as if asking whether we were out of syrup. Her name was Clara. My wife of 7 years. We had no children, though we'd talked about it. We'd weathered financial dips, job changes, illnesses, and cross-country moves together. Through it all, I believed we were solid. Not perfect but real. Resilient. So when she said it, "I want to explore while staying married," I froze, coffee mug halfway to my lips. My heart didn't race. Just pause. Like it too was waiting for a punchline. "You're kidding, right?" Managed. She shook her head, calm and composed, as if she were reading from a script she'd rehearsed. "No. I've been reading, researching, opening my mind. Monogamy feels like a cage. I don't want to break us. I want to evolve us. I want an open marriage." She took a sip of her coffee as if she'd just solved an equation, not detonated a bomb in the middle of our lives. "You can accept it," she said, "or you can walk away. Your choice." No remorse. No visible struggle. Just a woman who decided her individual freedom was more important than the vows we once made together. I felt like a bystander in her personal awakening. Uninvited, unneeded. I didn't argue. Didn't cry. Didn't even raise my voice. I simply murmured, "All right." That word wasn't surrender. It was strategy. For the next 10 days I played the part. The loving, open-minded husband. I made her favorite meals, shared wine, watched her eyes sparkle in ways they hadn't for months. She grew bold, emboldened by the illusion of permission. She spoke of freedom, of authenticity. She laughed louder, dressed with more care. I watched it all with quiet intensity. Then came Friday. She told me about him over breakfast. Casually, almost giddy. "He's a painter," she said, eyes bright. "You'd like him. He's deep, gentle, creative." I didn't ask his name. Didn't ask where they were going. I just smiled and said, "Enjoy yourself. Want me to pick up some wine for when you get back?" She wore a red dress that night. One I hadn't seen in years. Her makeup was perfect, hair cascading in effortless waves. The kind of effort you only put in when you're trying to impress. Once that effort had been for me. Now it was for him. She assumed I'd stew in silence. That I'd sit home, struggling with the new terms she'd set. She was wrong. In those 10 days, I hadn't been idle. I'd traced her new favorite blog. An echo chamber of self-justifying voices advocating ethical non-monogamy. I found her online posts, the usernames she thought I'd never find. Through those, I uncovered Marcus, 35, vegetarian, local gallery curator. I even found the reservation confirmation in our shared email account. Careless mistake. That Friday I arrived early. Sat alone at the bistro they'd chosen. A dim corner table, baseball cap pulled low. I watched them walk in, her hand grazing his arm, both laughing like teenagers. He leaned in, smiling, rehearsed and smooth. She looked enchanted. I didn't stay long. I didn't need to. Seen enough. But I didn't go home. Instead, I drove to her father's house. Clara adored him. An old-school man who believed in commitment, in loyalty. He had always treated me like a son. That night, I brought a manila envelope. Inside were screenshots of her messages, a discreet photo of her with Marcus, and a recording from our breakfast conversation, the moment she offered me an ultimatum. He opened the door, surprised to see me. "What's this?" he asked. "Clara will come to you soon," I said. "She'll tell you I wasn't enough, that I was stifling her, controlling. This," I handed him the envelope, "is the truth. Read it before she rewrites the story." I didn't stay. I didn't argue. I didn't ask for sympathy. Then came the final move. Packed everything. Documents, keepsakes. I loaded my car and drove to a small rental I'd secured days earlier. I froze our joint accounts and left a note on the kitchen counter. You said accept it or leave. You were right. I'm gone. Lie freely. Andrew. When she returned that night, the house was silent. No lights on. No husband waiting. Just a letter on the counter, echoing louder than any confrontation ever could. By morning my phone buzzed nonstop. Her number. Her sister's. Voicemails layered in panic, confusion, desperation. Please let's talk. I didn't want this. You just vanished. You vanished. Not because I feared competition with a painter, but because when someone demands that you either accept betrayal or walk away, they're not offering love. They're issuing terms of service. And I'm not a subscription. A few days later I saw her by chance. The mall. She looked different. Dimmer. The confidence dulled, the sparkle gone. Eyes shadowed with regret. He saw me. Managed a weak smile. I think I messed up, she whispered. I nodded once. Maybe, I said. And I kept walking. Because sometimes the loudest response isn't anger. It's absence. Sometimes the sharpest revenge is letting them live with the void they carved, realizing too late that freedom without loyalty is just loneliness in disguise.